Hello everyone, welcome again. In this software testing tutorial, we are going to learn what is acceptance testing. So we have already covered the test levels and three test levels that we have understood. So unit testing, integration testing, and system testing. Now we also need to understand what is acceptance testing. Now to understand acceptance testing, I'll take an example here how the customer provides the requirement, right? So there are some needs or customer requirements that are being explained to the team who is developing the software, and that's how the requirements come in picture, right? So say for example, there is a customer, okay, and he has certain requirements or needs, right? So what he actually needs, so he will explain that, or he will document that, and he'll send those details, or he'll try to explain that these are my needs in say for example e-commerce website, and based on that needs somebody will document those into requirements, right? So if it is waterfall approach, there will be big requirement documentations. Otherwise, if it is agile scrum, then it will be user stories. Now, how will the customer's needs be verified? So for example, whatever he needed has been documented in requirements, but how does it mean that whatever he has wished for or needs has been clearly articulated into the requirement document or the user stories, right? So when that is the case, basically, so in order to make sure that whatever requirements have been built throughout that software development life cycle, and in the system testing we have anyways verified the requirement that based on the requirement the system is functioning fine, right? So that's what we have verified in system testing. Okay, so in system testing that has been verified already. Now in order to verify the exact needs or what the customer has initially, or what exactly he needs, user acceptance testing or acceptance testing comes in place, right? So this is where your acceptance testing comes in place. Okay, so what acceptance testing is all about is basically whether the software or the application that you have built, whether that software fulfills the customer's requirement and it's fit for use, or whatever customer needs, whether that software or application fulfills that or not, is acceptance testing. Okay, now there are many forms of acceptance testing. So you would have heard about the alpha testing, beta testing, right? So alpha testing is one of the acceptance testing. Alpha testing, beta testing. Now what is the difference between alpha testing and beta testing? So in alpha testing, the testing is done at the development premise. Okay, so wherever the development is happening within the development team, alpha testing is done, and most of the like business stakeholders and other people are invited to test the application and verify that the acceptance criteria has been met as per the needs of the customer. Beta testing happens at the other or the customer's premise most of the time, or the end user. So basically, if say for example we are testing a Gmail application, right? So Gmail application or these Facebook application, these applications you would have seen sometimes the new features are being rolled out to few users or a section of users. So those, that is the beta testing. So basically what Facebook does is, or all these applications or the softwares for which we are the users or end user are the people that use it day to day, then they roll it out to a set of users, and those users use it and provide the feedback, and that is what beta testing is all about, right? Alpha testing will be done internally at the Google headquarters or Google office, with the help of business teams and business users. Once they are happy with it, they'll roll out to the beta testing phase, and it will be available to us to basically use that particular feature and report any issues if there are. Okay, so as you use, if the software crashes, you will anyways report it to Google, right? So that's what beta testing is. So these are phases of acceptance testing. Now there are many other type of acceptance testing. So in acceptance testing, you verify if there is any contractual obligation. So contractual obligation, then you verify that, or you make sure that the contractual obligation is being met. If there is any regulatory obligation. Say for example, you know this particular software needs to meet certain regulatory standards, right? So for example, you're launching the software, or in Europe you need to follow certain regulations there. So those all details need to be verified, the contractual obligations need to be verified in the acceptance testing phase, whether they have been met or they haven't been met in the in the software implementation. Some of the testing is done in the system testing phase itself, but most of it is basically part of the alpha, beta, or contractual verification or regulatory verification as part of the acceptance test phase. All right. So that is all about acceptance testing, and what acceptance testing is all about. Basically understand it from the needs. So basically verifying whether the software that you are delivering actually fulfills the need of the customer or not, because there might be gap when whatever he needs has been documented in requirements, and there might be gap. There are ways to basically rectify those gaps, and agile is the best way to basically rectify those gaps, because there are continuous feedback loops. But in the waterfall approach, this acceptance testing was the only phase, or V model, this was the only phase basically to ensure the software meets the needs of the customer. So that's all for the acceptance testing and what testing is. Hope this was clear and helpful. Please do share and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.